Phil.
Treasury, talk about the impact of previous wage decisions not having an impact on this outcome, but today's statement does cast a weather eye on future wages costs in its language. In the absence of a productivity increase, as the governor's been warning in the last week or two, would you like to see restraint going forward with wage claims, given in light of the Fair Work decision last week? Would you like to see unions lower their ambitions a bit when making wage claims and not try and match this 5, 6, 7% that others are getting?
Let me make a few points about that. The first point is this. Ordinary working people are already bearing the brunt of these interest rate rises. They shouldn't also bear the blame. People on low and middle incomes are already bearing the brunt of these interest rate rises. They shouldn't bear the blame as well. That's the first point. The second point is we want to see strong, sustainable, responsible wages growth in our economy, the absence of which, for the best part of a decade, has been a sign of weakness in our economy, not a sign of strength. We want to see wages growing strongly in a responsible and sustainable way in a more productive economy. And the point that you rightly identify, Phil, in your question is that the Governor of the Reserve Bank says today, and the board say today in their statement, wages growth is still consistent with the inflation target. And they say we need to see productivity growth pick up. That's the position of the government too. We want to see a more productive economy. Indeed, some of the things that I'll be announcing tomorrow about modernising our payment system is about making our economy more efficient, more productive, more competitive, more innovative, and to grow in the right way. You know, we've had the absence of productivity growth and the absence of wages growth for the best part of a decade. We'd like to see both. I think I said I'd go ahead. And then I'll go to you.
Productivity, to go back to you were just saying, hasn't grown at all in 3 years. You've been critical of inaction by the coalition government, but what are the economic forces that you think are contributing to woeful productivity outcomes, and what specifically are you doing to turn that around?
Well, we've got an agenda which was central to the budget, and our view of productivity is you get the best productivity outcomes if you invest in people, in their capacity to adapt and adopt new technology. And if we get the energy mix right after a decade of stuffing around. And so central to the budget, there was the cost of living package, which is about taking the edge off some of these cost of living pressures without adding to inflation. But a big part of the budget was our productivity and growth agenda, focused on technology, on energy and on skills. And those are the sorts of investments which can turn around our subpar productivity performance over the best part of the last decade. And our productivity challenges are not unique to us, but some of the neglect that we've seen in some of these key areas is unique to us. And so one of the government's missions really is to invest in a more productive economy, not by trying to make sure people work longer for less, but to work out ways that we can be more productive by adapting and adopting technology, doing the right thing in our energy markets, and making sure people have the right skills to prosper.